Good morning, children. Welcome back to the social session, children. Yesterday there was some technical issue. There was no voice, so I am repeating the same class today. We were trying to understand about the emerging political trends from 1977 to 2000, children. Actually, before this, we have studied about independent India, the first 30 years, that is from 1947 to 1977. So under 1947 to 1977, we have seen three important prime ministers. That's immediately after independence, how the development path we have taken up, we try to understand. Under the Jawaharlal Nehru, what were the socio-economic developmental activities and the policies which he has taken up, and the India's relationship with the neighboring country like Pakistan and with Bangladesh also we try to understand. And we also have seen the most important challenge during the period of Lal Bahadur Shastri, the state's reorganization or the anti-Hindi agitation during the period of Lal Bahadur Shastri. And the third prime minister was Indira Gandhi. A single party domination we have seen during the first 30 years. But when Indira Gandhi has announced in 1974 emergency, there were many oppositions. They came together against to Indira Gandhi and formed as a united front, and they fought against Indira Gandhi. When emergency was lifted out in 1977, emergency was lifted out and elections were announced by Indira Gandhi. So in 1977 elections, Indira Gandhi was defeated and the opposition parties won the majority. That's in the name of Janata Party they have come to power. Of course, they did not rule for the complete term, that is for 5 years, but it was the beginning of a multi-party system and democracy becoming very strong in the country. Whereas the countries which got liberated or which got evaluated at the time of independence of India, like Pakistan, there the democracy did not take the deep roots. It was now and then went into the hands of the military leadership or the dictatorship. But whereas in India, there was a confidence among the leaders and the people that democracy has taken up a very deep root. So in this chapter, that is the political trends here from 1977 to 2000 is actually, but we shall further go beyond 2000 and we shall see until 2020 what were the political, economical and even the social reforms and the policies taken up by the government in order to achieve the objectives mentioned in the constitution. We shall see, we shall try to understand under this. And you know, children, first 30 years was dominated by Congress and there were only 3 prime ministers. But whereas from 1977 to 2020 we shall see about many people. We will start from Morarji Desai, and from Morarji Desai we shall go until Narendra Modi, that is 2018 elections, 2019 general election. So we can see some of the most important prominent activities which have taken up during this period was the liberalization of the Indian economy. There was a revolution in the telecom industry under the leadership, under the initiative of Rajiv Gandhi, the initiative of P.V. Narasimha Rao. So likewise there were many important activities which have taken up from 1977 to 2000 which we shall understand under this. And we also will see the assassination of Indira Gandhi, the Operation Blue Star. ऑपरेशन ब्लू स्टार बोले तो क्या है, मिलिट्री ऑपरेशन है वो. सो वो देयर इज अ रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन ऑपरेशन ब्लू स्टार एंड असैसिनेशन ऑफ इंदिरा गांधी. इंदिरा गांधी का मर्डर हुआ था. द पॉलिटिकल मर्डर इज कॉल्ड एज ए assassination. So her assassination in 1984, and Rajiv Gandhi had a relationship, had an agreement with the Punjab agitators like H.S. Longowal and ASU, that is Assam Gana Parishad. All Assamese Students Union also had an agreement with Rajiv Gandhi. And there was also Mizo National Front which has come to an agreement with Rajiv Gandhi in order to end up the Northeastern Liberation Movement. And there was also an agreement with Sri Lanka which has led for the assassination of Rajiv Gandhi. We shall see under this unit the assassination of Indira Gandhi, mother, and the assassination of Rajiv Gandhi, son. Assassination also has taken place in 90s. So we shall see these two, and the most important event was a demolition of Babri Masjid, and the demolition of Babri Masjid and political controversy which has picked up after the demolition of the Babri Masjid also we shall see. That is the Ratha Yatra which has taken up by L.K. Advani. Also we shall understand under this unit. So we shall closely observe the political events in contemporary times during this period, and many of these events and issues have sharply divided and even polarized the political landscape of the country right away from the Congress. As a result of change in the political party system and emergence of competitive multi-party system, until now we have seen the domination of only single party, but now the multi-party system, even regional parties also have emerged and which have become strong, and these regional parties also have come to power in these areas in the states. And there was a series of coalition government. अभी जो government चल रहा है वो coalition government ही है. Coalition बोले तो group of parties come together and form into an alliance is called as coalition government. वैसे coalition governments का series शुरू हुआ था 1977 के बाद, and the tension between the economies of market and politics of democratic rights began to play itself out during this period. And at the same time, old issues of religion and caste differences are repackaged and used for political mobilization. And in this chapter we shall also examine the issues of contemporary period with reference to the impact on the fundamental values of the constitution, that is the democracy, unity and integrity of the nation, and social and economic changes of the country. So the political policies impact on them also we shall critically understand under this unit. And we shall also be, as I told you, we shall discuss various political issues. So we need to understand, even teachers and students, both of us should understand it with an open mind, and depending upon their own convictions and depending upon the perspectives of others, respecting the perspective of others is also suggested in order to understand this lesson. So expressing their own views with care, not to offend other people, is also should be taken care under this unit. And we shall also discuss in this chapter an important bearing on the future of the India's democratic institutions and the working of the democratic institution. We should try to understand their various dimensions. The maturity of our democracy depends upon how we conduct these discussions, also makes very important impact. Thank you, children.